good. What? Rolling into Woodland Park. Hey, we're gonna stop by Woodland Park PD and drop off a shirt for Sergeant Ryan Holsworth. Ryan has always been he's always been a friend of the underground. Actually, I don't ever considered Mr. Sergeant Holsworth as an enemy of the underground. I've always considered him a friend. Whether or not he considers himself a friend, you'd have to ask him. But nevertheless, he's earned a shirt. So we're gonna roll in, and since I'm coming up 67 north or 67 south towards Woodland Park, and I happen to have an extra large. I should drop off a double X for him, but I'll leave the joke alone. He's an extra large, so we'll walk in, and he might be working, he might not be, but either way, we'll drop off a shirt for him. He might wear it. I told him, I said you need to hold it. Don't be no donuts for him today. I told him don't wear it until like your next police training, and then you play the bad guy and wear the underground shirt, and everybody will get a kick out of that. So we're rolling into Woodland Park via 67 South, which is the highway that rolls north and south to Woodland from, well, this one, it comes out of Deckers and comes out of Sedalia. But I happen to have an extra large shirt in the car, a brand new one, so I was gonna drop it off at the police station for one of the sergeants there, because he's always been, like I said, I consider him a friend of the underground. That doesn't mean he is a friend of the underground, but that's how I think about him. Now, whether or not he thinks about the underground that way, I don't know. But it's 8:45, I mean 7:45, so it's not like too late. I thought if it was too late, and I don't know if he's working or not. He might not be working, but I'll leave it to him. I'll leave it here for him. Plus, they'll give him crap about it anyway. So we're at the Woodland Park Police Station, and I'm gonna not park in handicap. We just happen to be rolling back in. They got a car right here for me, so I'm gonna leave that car. I'm gonna leave that car right in it, because that's a beautiful shot of that car. So That fucking officer. The Woodland Park PD assaults their members. They assault people from the community and they lie about it. That officer right there is a fucking joke. He's a liar and they're so corrupt, man. You guys are so corrupt, Ryan. You're so corrupt. You're so corrupt.
Have a good night. Drive safe.
Oh, Woodland Park PD at its best. Those dudes are corrupt. Woodland Park PD. Ryan admitted that his officer assaulted. So I go in, I give him a t-shirt, and he says, I can't wear this. I said, really? Why not? He said, because everybody here hates you. Okay, cool, man. I said, why do they hate me? He said, because you called us Andy Griffin cops. I said, you sure it's not about you assaulting a member of Woodland Park? And he said, what are you talking about? I said, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know why officers are mad at me? Because you guys assaulted a member of this community. And I made a video about it. He admitted this officer shoved someone, shoved a community member, and then they don't file any charges. They doctor the body cam footage. And then he gets mad at me because I'm bringing him a shirt. I literally went in there and said, hey man, I just want to bring you a shirt. I'm walking out. And he says, I can't wear this because everyone hates you. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Why do they hate me? Because I made a video about y'all being an Andy. He said I said Keystone Cops. I said I never used the word Keystone Cop, by the way. He said, well, maybe Mayberry. I said, nope. I said Andy Griffin. You know, but man, dude, Woodland Park Police is so corrupt. You can't even take them a gift. You can't even take them a gift. Bunch of corrupt cops. You guys have heard me say good things about Ryan, but the problem is that we have created police officers that even the good men can't even be right. They can't even stand up for, like, they can't even stand up and be proper. They can't even stand up and be honorable men. They have to be corrupt because of the way we've created the system. And the Woodland Park Police Department has got some very corrupt police. And I'm not talking about Ryan. Ryan is caught in the middle. I see Ryan's heart getting torn because this officer assaulted a member of our community and even admitted it. He admitted it. And the cops don't even do nothing about it, man. How can a guy go around shoving and hitting people with a gun on and admit it and still be a cop? And then they drop all the charges because they don't want to be brought in court and they don't want to have to lie in court about it. And then he comes out and he's like, man, I'm not keeping this shirt, and he wants to throw his shirt at me. So I'm done, man. The cops here in Woodland Park are as corrupt as they come, and I'm not going to sit here and try to paint a different picture. And I've done tens of thousands of dollars worth of work for the cops, doing training videos for them, doing national night out videos for them, doing shop with a cop videos for them. And the corruption runs deep. It's so deep that even the good people, man, it's terrible. They admit it. At least he admitted it. He tried to lie about it. He tried to hide it, tried to shade it. And I said, then look me in the face and tell me that officer didn't shove a citizen in our community? And he said, no, that he did shove him. At least he can be honest when he's put on the spot. But it's corruption. Do I fear for my life? Absolutely. I fear for my life from the police officers in this town. Man, you can't even stop and give them a gift. They wanna. I tried to talk to him about the guy. He was like, yeah, he told me about that. I was like, why didn't y'all call me up and say hello? You know, like, I had an officer get mad at me the other day because I tried to be nice at him at a gas station with him, and they're freaking whatever. I'm so freaking pissed right now. These guys are, there are going to be more and more people probably killed by Woodland Park police officers because their officers can't control their temper. This officer could have killed one of our community members because he couldn't control his temper. And then you saw that officer chase me out of the police station because I tried to give him a shirt and chunk it at me. He wanted to throw it at me. That's because they can't control themselves.